There we go. Okay. Hope you guys are doing good. It's Tuesday, 2 o'clock. I just played an intro to my Wednesday call, so disregard that. And I've got Sean backstage. We're going to talk to him. And yeah, I'm glad that you guys are here with us. And if you have any questions, please post them below wherever you're watching this. Um, you can actually go to our website as well, DIY AI, and then also you can go to our school community, which has about it's pushing 100 members now. You can also text us at 561-861 or call us at 561-861-3238. I do have a workshop on Wednesdays as well. That's what you saw the intro there for. It's at the same time, 2 o'clock, where we primarily focus on helping businesses and business owners, agency owners, helping them to generate new inbound phone calls from two campaign types. One would be local service ads. The other one is Google local service ads and Google Business Profile optimization. We've been doing that for almost 20 years at my agency that I'm the founder of. And the purpose of today's call or these calls is, and both calls are, they're both workshops. So I really enjoy having guys like Sean jump in, because then I can answer any questions that you have. And tomorrow's format is the same time, 2 o'clock Eastern. Different school community. Again, it's local lead labs. This one is DIY AI, and they're two different school communities. My school community for local lead labs has almost more than 1,000 members now. Um, and we usually get at least one or two people on those calls, which makes it great because then I can really dig into whatever challenges you're having in order to help you, work through them. Today's call is primarily about artificial intelligence, how to make it work for your business. And Sean's been doing that. He's actually set up an agency. We've talked to Sean over the past couple weeks that we've been on, and Sean's actually trying to make a business of AI. So we've got three topics that we like to go. I like to go over every week, but I always give preference to the person that is joining live, because that really is what I think is the best way to do these live videos, is to make it so that it's impromptu with multiple people on. Again, if you're watching, post any comments below and we'll answer them. And with that, I'm going to add Sean to be able to talk. Hold on one second. Let me just get rid of these. Yo,
Hello, Ryan.
what's up?
How much? How you doing?
Good. How's it going over there in Portugal?
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Have you made any more progress on,
Well, I've got one thing that sort of saved my day, which is our friend who is a private jet broker
Okay.
has asked me to help him do some stuff for his business. So I made a website for him, and I'm doing some marketing stuff for him, setting up some trackable and marketing emails for his contacts to re-engage with a lot of his old clients and stuff. So I'm helping with that, which has been great,
Yeah.
and giving me just a little bit of blood to survive
Yeah.
on,
That's
which is
good.
good.
Well, yeah, he's got it. He definitely has got the ability to be able to to use your services for sure, and especially he's a mutual friend of ours, and in talking to him when I visited him recently, when I went skiing up there in Vermont with him. There he could definitely use a lot of the strategies that you'd be able to implement with artificial intelligence. He actually wanted me to do some of that stuff. I mean, so
I know. And then, yeah, he said he thought he was going to do it all himself.
no, he doesn't. I mean, you need somebody full time with the capabilities that AI has. I mean, it would be silly for him not to do it, to leverage, for example, like I've shown you, Sean. I think I showed you on one of the conversations that we've had how to go out and actually do lead generation, like with Claude. You can do that with Claude. You can have Claude go out and scrape the internet and just have a conversation with it, Sean. Say, hey, look, this is my business, this is my buddy's business, and use Fable 5 or use, 5.6 ChatGPT, the best models, and it will just say, ask me questions that would help me to do what I need to do for this friend of mine, which is to generate more leads. And say, ask me all the questions that you need to ask me, and have me answer those questions until we come up with a solution that's going to be that's going to get the result that we're looking for. And that could be a forward, by the way, that's a goal. You could make it a / goal. You could say, generate as many leads as possible for my, our mutual friend, who's a jet broker. And what strategies would you use and what questions would you ask me in order to have you help me accomplish that? I mean, that's it. And then just go and spend the money. Like do the $200 a month max, Claude subscription, so that you can have access to Fable 5. I mean,
Yes,
that's how I use Fable 5 right now. I use it as a consultant. Before these models, you couldn't it just wasn't there. Like you couldn't ask it questions and have it give you legitimate responses that would be on like a PhD level answer, or like level answer. And now you can. Fable 5 is very good at, if you feed it, and that's one of the topics for today, if you feed it the right information. And a lot of people are really apprehensive about giving it access to all of your information as a company, but what's the alternative? I mean, every business is going to go this route. It's kind of on a different scale. It's where we were 25 to 30 years ago about websites. Well, I don't need to get one, but yeah, Charlie down the street, my competitor, is getting one, so I probably have to get one eventually. I mean, and now where are we at? I mean, so, would you rather be Charlie, or would you rather be the guy that's like catching up? Why not do it now? You're going to do it eventually. I mean, honestly, because one of two things is going to happen. Either AI is going to completely go away, which is kind of like the internet. I don't really see that happening. Because I did have people when I was selling websites 30 years, 25 years ago, that would literally tell me, well, I just don't think this internet's going to be around for too long.
Yeah.
I literally had people tell me that. So if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't have a reference point for where we're at right now in terms of AI. And I've seen this happen with a lot of different things that have to do with the internet, because everything's changing so fast. Google ads, Meta ads, TikTok ads, every time, Google local service ads, every single time that a business was the first one to do it, they always benefited the most because they were first actors. Now, a lot of people have to think about things like I do. I have to, like, typically, and I'm trying to not do this as much, but I need to have a lot of information before I make a decision. Now, that's actually a good thing usually, because, like I tell my team, if I have all the facts, decisions are easy. If you give me all the information, a decision's very easy, either for me or for the AI plugin AI that I use to help me to, figure it out. Because and that's really what topic number one today is, that I was going to discuss, is, and this is kind of brings me back to where I started, which is if you feed the AI all of your information about your business, including invoices, including workflows, yes, there's a chance that Claude
We're
or
going to steal it.
ChatGPT might learn from your workflow, but they're doing that for every other business out there. So why not just, implement it? And that's what got me started in the beginning about this is like, why not just go and give it your information? Because let's face it, I mean, it's going to get access to your information at some point anyway. I mean, I
And by
think,
the way, what the stuff we're doing is not, as I say, rocket surgery,
yeah,
right? It's not.
yeah.
This
So
is
so
new.
it's like doing lead generation. It's This is what we talked about when I was up there with him. It's qualifying leads. It's answering the phone, responding to inbound message leads. It's all the things that most every business needs anyway. Because and this is what got me down this path of AI. Almost 3 years ago. Was how do I solve the number one problem that all businesses have, which is answering the phone. And most businesses don't even know it, and most people don't want to talk about it because it's like a dirty little secret, so that now has, for the most part, been solved. And I think most everybody's agreeing on the fact that the AI doesn't have to sound exactly like a human, and people are accepting of it, and because they understand now that most agents are built with a really good prompt and a really good knowledge base so that it has access to really good information. So anyway, so my point is that, just bringing this full circle is I would give it feed the AI as much information as you possibly can, both from what Sean, and what you can gather from our mutual friend, and feed all that with the understanding that you're going to tell our mutual friend that you're doing this so that he knows. I mean, this is, and then again, have it quiz you, have it, ask you the questions that it needs to in order to give context. That's really it. The AI is only as good as the context that it has, really. And it can be a better consultant for you because that's really what it is. At this point,
Yeah.
AI is a really good consultant. Like I, I mean, even today, I'm one of the softwares that I've developed. I'm negotiating with some other colleagues, and I'm also negotiating another service that I might offer with somebody else. I feed the AI all the agreements that I'm sent, and it obviously it identifies like the issues that I need to be aware of. It allows me to respond much faster because I'm jumping on a train that's already moving as opposed to, reading every single line by line. I know the AI is going to catch way more than I would anyway. And then I can just read what are the issues, and then also it finds opportunities for partnership that I wouldn't have thought of, and or even structuring the agreement, which is another thing, Sean, that I would actually have the AI do. I would ask the AI, how can I partner with our mutual friend? These are the things that we're
Oh, I
doing right
did. I did.
now. Okay, you did. What
Yeah.
did it say?
Oh, yeah, totally. Oh my God, it just gave me, it laid out, the job description, the tasks, the responsibilities,
Perfect.
pricing. I basically asked, okay, listen, if Dan had to get this, go out and get this by a bunch of freelance, you know, social media people, website design,
Yeah.
whatever, like how much it would cost. And it told me, like, this is how much it would cost. And this
And
is how much he'd pay on a monthly basis.
yeah, and you could actually you could say, give me the links to show the actual pricing so that I can confirm and confer with real numbers so to back up the reason why I'm charging what I am. Now that's great, Sean, for you to charge a pricing like that. I would actually negotiate, I would try to structure it more as a partnership if you can. I mean, like to make
Yeah,
it
yeah, working on it.
to where if if you generate a new, if you like where you get paid for performance, maybe even take a little bit more risk. And
Yes.
if you generate a lead that's really good, and I would make sure that AI is potentially on the other end of the call backing him up so that and also you have complete transparency of the calls so that you can listen to them to see that they were followed up with correctly and that the right thing was said and there was real effort made to try to convert the deal. But I mean, you can really structure this in a way that could be very lucrative. I mean, I was tempted to work with Dan myself. There's other things that, and yeah, that I've got already, burning in the fire. So I've got to work on those things, before I look at something else that's new. So that was, it just wasn't the right timing for me. But yeah, I mean, it's a great.
I'm glad you said that, because that's kind of that's where we've landed on this, it's, him. It's not
Yeah.
easy. He
Yeah,
talks in 30-second bursts, and then that's it. Like,
I know.
see him again for another. And so I'm trying to pin him down to get these things done. And, anyway, it's great. I'm really excited. I'm learning a lot. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm setting him up. So I was going to set him up. Actually, we were looking at HubSpot.
Yeah. Well, the key is, in fairness, is that you get paid for what you do, not just all on the back end. That's
no. That's right.
No, because
Correct.
I know a lot, and I know he included that was the structure, and so I just want to be completely. I think that's there's a balance. It's like a little bit now, and then long term, then we can start. Yeah. So I think that's good.
Yeah, but it's it's not easy. So I'm actually. We got very, very close to closing a deal with HubSpot. Because and I would love to get your opinion on this. I went with them, looked around. It's just that HubSpot is such a great place with all of its like plug and play integrations.
Yeah,
it's so easy to set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with their Gmail server, with the AI agent, with social media posting planning. It just does everything so seamlessly.
Yeah.
But we changed our mind at the last minute.
What are you gonna use?
Well, so what I'm doing, like this person was really hung up on the concept of CRM, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I got a CRM. I don't need another goddamn CRM. I go, yeah, but what does your CRM do? He goes, well, it keeps track of all my customers. And I go, okay, all right. That's like the tip of the iceberg. CRM means so much more today. Yeah, that 3 years ago, your CRM was all you needed. Now it's totally different. And
follow-up sequences,
automations. The big thing again is trackable marketing emails, being able to see, because they've got tons of contacts, they send tons of emails, they have no idea who's reading it, who's opening it, and I'm going, you got to get that first. Like he's like, no, we got to do this, and I got to have this, we got to have a new website, we got to have this, and I'm like, okay, but if you don't have the foundation, and it's great, this is me saying this, Ryan.
I know, right?
I'm like, no, without the foundation of the new CRM, it's worthless to go sending 500 emails or setting up a new social media campaign or putting up a new website with you have no idea who's looking at or what they're looking at.
Yeah, you've got to be able to track. You've got to be able to track the results. If you can't,
everything, and that's what I told. I go, look, he's like, well, we could just, and I was like, the beauty of AI is the speed with which we can do all this stuff. But not only that, is that it can analyze and explain to us in layman's terms what all this super technical analysis means, right?
Yeah.
It can look at it because I've done it, and Claude told me, looked at all my business profile, my Google Analytics, and said, okay, look, here's the deal. People are going on your website, they're spending 15 seconds. Nobody's scrolling past the hero section. Yep. Like, you got to make it more. Whoa, firework!
I know, right?
You got to make it more. And it helped me fix it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what I'm doing now is I just said, you know what, dude, just leave it with me.
Yeah.
I have go high level. I'm set him up as one of my accounts in Go High
Good.
Level,
Yeah.
and I'm just doing everything. I'm going, look,
Yeah.
just give me access to this, 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 and this, and get out of my way. I'll send you stuff to approve, and then
Yeah. That's honestly, I mean, I was going to say, what about Go High Level? I'm glad that I mean, because Go High Level is a great alternative, and it's, especially if you already have it. I mean, HubSpot's great, but I mean, what does it do, honestly, that you can't do with Go High Level? I mean, I think, especially since you've already got the account, you can now put them, in as a sub account. You've got, complete access. And
I've already connected to emails and stuff, so I'm getting ready.
yeah, and now you can create an email campaign within literally minutes with AI. You can set up automation with AI on Go High Level, like with just a prompt, that's really the best. I was thinking the exact same thing. So yeah, good job, and yeah, I mean, I think that there's the key is just to keep, what are you using right now? Are you using Claude still, or are you using GPT
I'm
or?
using Claude. I'm
Okay.
using Claude.
Okay. And are you on the $100 a month plan, or just curious?
I'm still on the $20 a month plan, and it's been working.
Oh my
It's been
gosh.
giving me everything I need.
I would honestly, Sean, though, like if you is please, I would, because I don't think, are you able to get access to Fable 5 on the $20 a month plan?
Oh, not anymore. I used up all those credits. Yeah, I
I,
was so funny. I went to do it today, and I said the minimum I can get in on is like $200.
I no, you can use Fable 5 at $100, and you get a lot more access. And it's for you and what you're doing, the level of the quality of the answers that you're going to get is going to be so much more. Just
Okay, all right, all right. You
I'm just
win.
telling
You
you.
win, Ryan.
I mean, $100 is like it's literally like it's here's the reason why. Because you're able to buy the tokens on the subscription for like 1/10 of the normal price. People don't know that. They don't know that. They don't understand that if you just get the subscription, they're giving those, especially right now, because you get access to Fable 5 specifically. Um, Now they moderate the amount of time that you can spend on Fable 5, or the amount of the amount of your tokens that you can use on Fable 5, but still, it it the 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 value that you get, because otherwise you'd have to use, like if I was using a harness like Hermes or OpenClaw or any one of those, I would have to use API credits, tokens. They're literally like 5 to 10 times more than what I'm paying per token on the subscription plan. So, yeah, I mean, I think I was encouraging you last week to like test out the difference between a response that Opus 5 would give you now versus Fable 5, and I would
There it is. I just did it.
yeah, because you won't know until you actually like just do that test, like the difference between the answers that you're gonna get. But I'll get an answer when I using Opus 5, and I'll literally go back and say, "Oh no, I forgot. Now give me an answer
You have to
using
put on from
I've changed
Fable.
it to Fable 5. Please give me an answer." And yeah, because I just don't, I just know there's such a difference. So
All right,
so
go
the
ahead. I
other,
don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
no, no. So this is good. I think so that was the main thing. I mean, you helped me make that topic number one. You helped me make the point there. Um, Most people they use AI like a search box. They give one question, they get one answer. There's no memory. But if you start, you know, uploading past proposals, service agreements, pricing sheets, call transcripts, SOPs, then you're going to get a much better, like we talked about last week. You're going to that plus giving it connections to your Gmail, like we talked about recently. Have you done that as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, I
Oh,
did it. I was doing it today. Yep.
Okay, so you've given it connections to most of the tools that you're using as well?
Not all of them. I'm still working on this little by little, but I followed your suggestion from last week, the exercise you did. I actually said, listen,
Huh.
look in my area, these cities, find businesses that could benefit from the AI services that I'm providing. And it already
Right.
knows what those are: AI chatbots, voice agent, reputation monitoring.
Yep.
Even I added like AR training, like teaching people how to use
Nice.
AI themselves. And they said he did it, and I said, and draft an email introducing me and offering services, and it did that. Great email in Portuguese. Drafted it, found all the emails, got me like 18 emails, and drafted it. Okay, it's in your draft. You can, and
That's awesome.
and then just hit
That's
send. Haven't got any responses yet, but
Hey, but that's what if you can do that for yourself, then you can do that for other people. So hopefully you
yeah,
get some responses. I would put I would have your Claude have access to your Gmail so that it can monitor the responses that do come in if they do come in, and just monitor your Gmail for any responses that might that you might get. That's really good though. Have it do that and have it do that on a regular basis. Send 5 to 10 emails a day. You can do that without hitting the spam, the spam blockers and stuff. So that's awesome. Definitely connected to your Gmail. All the
yeah. What else? What
your
else should I be connecting it to?
well, anything that has to do with Google, your Google Drive, all the things that you've been using that you use the most. What do you use the most? Your Go High Level. Now, Go High Level is a pain in the ass to connect to. That's one of the reasons why it's for AI. They just did not make it easy. So, what I do is I open I open the tab next to Claude. So I say open a browser on the right hand side of the screen, and it opens a browser, which is probably one of the most underused tools
We don't
for
have it
Claude.
here.
Huh?
We don't have it in. It's not available in Europe.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that last time. That's right. So you can. That was what I was going to suggest that you use to open up the to give Claude access to your Go High Level, because otherwise it can be a pain in the ass.
Well,
But
I already did for today, for example. I was able to open up Go High Level, tell Claude I wanted to open up a sub account for, private jet company. I wanted to connect to the Google email server. Here's my Google email address. Here's the website. They're hosted on, WordPress, GoDaddy, and I want to connect them, and these are the things I want to be able to use this for.
Hmm,
Done.
that's
It was
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's really good that you can. Okay, I'm glad you're using it that way. Just anything that you're using on a regular basis. So like I said, Gmail, your Google Docs, Google Drive, um, any email that you have, any emails that you're using. If you're using Canva, any other support tools that you're using. So the next topic that I want to talk about. Let me just so this might help you as well. One of the things that a lot of people aren't aware of is the artifacts in Claude or GPT or whatever tool you're using. So just that's sometimes you can go into the artifacts and it says you can build a page in there in the artifact section and go back and then give people access to it so they can actually see it. So that's another strategy for you is I don't know how you're sharing the content that you're creating in Claude for Dan, for example, but have you ever shared a link to one of your whatever you've built in Claude when you would want to share it? Have you done that yet?
It usually just gives it to me in either like a Google Slides or
Yeah.
a doc or a PDF or
Okay.
HTML.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So you got a way to get access to it. So um, because every AI report that you so one of the this is what AI was saying to talk about today. It says every AI report you've made was dead the second it was generated. This is the version that stays alive. We build a one-page board from a plain English sentence, no design work, and wire it so each time it opens, it fetches current data through connected tools. So this is cool. It says then the architecture that actually matters because there's a rule that catches everyone. A connector backed page cannot be shared to a public link like on any plan. So you build two things: your internal live board connector back private to you and it refreshes on open, and your client facing page, no connectors, a public link. That's interesting. So what it's saying is that you can't share a page that has connectors connected to it. So what you can do is create a client facing page that's separate that you could give access to your client to.
And so what's that, like a live document of stuff
Yeah, a
that
live
they
document,
respond
exactly.
to? And
A report. Um, let's see. So it says a published artifact can now call your MCP connectors every time someone views it. So the page shows current data instead of a snapshot frozen when it was built. That's pretty cool.
ah,
So it stays live and up to date. So um, client reporting is the tax every service business pays monthly and never bills for. This is interesting. And a client who can check results at any time. So this would be great for Dan. For example, if you build something for him, just know that you can have it update live via the MCP possibly. And the internal board is the thing that tells you who to call before you've had coffee. That's what it says. But it says that there's a client reporting that you could do that would update itself. So just keep that in mind, that it's possible to have a self-updating page. For example, to give Dan an idea of how the lead generation is going. You can
yeah.
have it give live information. This is how many emails were sent out. This is how many responded to, and it updates on its own. Does that
Now,
make sense?
what would they bet? Yeah, totally. And what would be the benefit of doing that versus giving him access, like making my own white label, go high level dashboard for him to go on and look at?
Yeah, you could. I mean, like if all your information's in there, as long as you have access to all the information in Go High Level, then that's just as good.
Okay.
I would don't reinvent the wheel. If you've got that, a lot of people don't have that. They might not be trying to deliver that kind of information. It might be something that doesn't have to do with something that you would use Go High Level for. So does that make sense? So they might
No,
be
say that
updating.
again.
They might be updating a sheet that doesn't have to do with lead
Go high
generation, for
level. Right.
example.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yeah. 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 I got it.
so for you, it's great. Yeah, use Go High Level. I mean, for sure. But if there's anything else that you're generating that would be great to give like consistent updated information on, then I'm going to try to do this myself. I mean, that's great. It's good to know that you can do that. So,
What was your
um,
platform on? Like the one that you gave me my dashboard for the AI chat agent, where I could go on and
oh,
do
that's
the
all
different.
custom. That's all custom built by my
Okay.
programmer over the past like 2.5 years. Yeah, that's not. I mean, not to say now. I do give Claude access to the software and have it consult for me. I say, log in. I give it its own access. Click around. You know, you are a software development expert. Go in and click around and view all the pages and help me understand what you would do to create a better UX UI user interface, and it does. I mean, the most recent updates that I just made to the software, I gave it to my programmer, and he's like, "Yeah, this is really good." I mean, like it changed our monthly report that we give people, and it also changed our dashboard, and it made it so much easier on the eyes. It just is so much cleaner, and yeah, I mean, so I use AI all the time, even though we have a custom built solution. And so what I do is I have AI build, like give the suggestions, show me what it's going to look like before we implement it. I show that separate web page that's got the after, like what it's going to look like. I give that to my programmer and everybody else to give me feedback on. If they say yes, then I give the code to Alex for him to implement. That's already created. It's a totally different way of like, I mean, it's not even vibe coding. It's like, and this is where new tools have come into play now, like Buzz that was developed by the same guy that developed Twitter. It's like Slack, but it's AI agents are built into the platform from the ground level. Whereas you can add an agent to Slack, this platform is like Slack where you can have communications with people in different channels. And in every one of those channels, it's built around the AI agents being in those channels and you building agents that are native to the platform. So it's basically its own harness for the agents, and it's a platform built around agents that is meant for communication between humans and agents around a project. So it's really like
Wow.
it's yeah, it's so now that tool's out there, and it's everybody's just like, wow, this is the way that this is what we wish that we had in Slack. Whereas like these platforms even go high level. Same thing. They're just like bolting on the AI as like an afterthought. I mean, no, especially when you've got, you know, potentially GPT 6.0 coming out next month. And you've already got Sam Altman, visiting Washington, because he's like, look, this this model has already solved 10 math equations that have been unsolvable for 10 years. So we just want to let you know what this new model is capable of before we would launch it. And so that, I mean, can you imagine giving that kind of and this is just insider usage of it. This is just their insider team using it to try to solve equations that have just been around or math problems that have been around for over a decade that no one's been able to figure out. This is not even
And
like the guys that are like the experts that have been trying to figure out these equations. This is just
right.
the ChatGPT team going,
Plug this in.
well, we know this math problem exists. Let's just stick, GPT 6.0 on it and see how it does, and then it figures it out. And I
Then
mean,
they're
and these
gonna
guys
then
have,
they're gonna be able to break crypto passwords, and then
well,
all
I'm
hell's
saying
gonna
like,
break loose.
so yeah, I mean, that's the challenge is so this is where we've got to put really good guardrails on these tools, and that's why I'm saying, to use these tools as more like a consultant. It's because it's really like it's changed very quickly in the past like 3 to 6 months. Where there's been a shift in, like what the capabilities are, and I don't think really anybody understands that yet. And that's why I'm encouraged. That's why I encourage you so much to use Fable 5 because it's
I'm
that
on it.
much of an advantage. Yeah, so it's just interesting to see like, I mean, I can only imagine what's going to happen when you have the experts that have been trying to solve problems actually using these models. You know, like going in and saying, okay, so you've given me answer to that model. Now that I've got that answer,
What's
now
that?
it's like, so when the experts in the fields of biology and chemistry and medicine and they all get access to these PhD level and beyond models. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in this next year, 2027. So anyway, final topic, and then we're going to jump. So let's see. The third topic that AI gave that we should, and I didn't have time to really read these today because I had so much going on, but it was about packaging it and handing it over. Turn your AI setup
Mm.
into one install for your team. So it's about this is great for you. Autonomous AI agents, new strategies for delegation. It says right now your AI setup is a pile of personal files that work on exactly one machine, which is why your VA, your ops person, and your new hire don't have it. Um, we'll take a working setup and package it, custom commands, specialist agents, and connectors to allow it's allowed to touch hooks, even default behavior, one folder, one manifest, then install it as I'm not going to do it today, but then install it as if we were a brand new team member and watch the same commands appear with the same guardrails, plus what people trip on, namespacing, versioning, so your team only updates when you say so, private distribution, so nothing internal goes public. Um, so it's interesting. I mean, so you can what it's saying is it's about workflows and packaging up those workflows um, as autonomous AI agents themselves. So it's really what that's referring to. So, but anyway, I think that you know keep doing what you're doing. Keep asking it what you should be doing. And for you guys that are watching, again, if you have any questions, if you're watching on the replay, you can always send questions to wherever you're watching. You can just post them below the video, and I respond to all those. You can go to our website, and then you go to our school community if you want and join skool.com/DIY AI. And then you can call us or text us. Anything else there, Sean?
No, I texted you Dan's existing website and the one I made for him.
Oh,
You can check out just to see the difference.
okay. Oh yeah, let me see. Hold on. That the top one was his existing, and then oh yeah, yeah, I like it. And did you generate that video?
Yes. I mean, I
Wow.
got it. I didn't make it. I could have, but I didn't. I just because it was available. I paid for it. It was a
Oh,
Firefly. Firefly made it, and I got it off of Adobe. Paid a little money for it, but it's pretty,
did
isn't it?
yeah? Who generated all these images?
The images were already there of the
Okay.
planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were already there on his site under the listings for the planes.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I think it's great. And did you use Claude for that?
Yep. I'm
Okay,
not
good.
even using the Google AI Studio anymore. Claude's doing it
Okay.
all.
You,
Claude's just doing it all. And I'm dropping it into Netlify.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good. I mean, shoot, dude, that's
Oh,
really
and you
good.
can see mine too. Let me show you mine. I don't know if I showed you mine. I don't know if it'll come up in Portuguese or. Oops. Shit. The second one, I screwed up.
Okay, okay. Oh, Spencer. Oh yeah, I. That's
Is it
awesome.
Portuguese or English?
Translate. It's in Portuguese now. I just translated it, and it's in English now. Nice. Very clean. Yep. Good job. I like it. Man,
Thank you,
good job.
Ryan.
Keep it up, man. Yeah, I think that you're on the right track. This is definitely the place to be.
Am I your star student?
Well, I mean, just like I don't know, I just think that you've got the right tools now, and I've got some decisions to make as far as my software and what my next steps are. But I enjoy doing these calls because it keeps me engaged in what is out there. I watch so many YouTube videos. Um, it's just interesting. I mean, it's gonna change things very rapidly, and I want to be as prepared as possible for both the business, my existing business, and to know like what to do next. Because this is we're going and checking out property in Costa Rica. Um, and unfortunately, she didn't really want to go to Portugal, but Costa Rica is not a bad backup.
Yeah, bummer. Oh,
But
poor guy.
I know,
Yeah, I
I
can
know.
see that. You know
Yeah,
Rick Clegg, right?
yeah.
He's got property down there. He's got a restaurant
Costa?
down there. Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got a restaurant, and he was trying to do some other stuff. He was trying to take his Jupiter Outdoor Center concept to Costa Rica.
I gotta hit him up. Of course, I know Rick.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's coming over here at the beginning of September. I was just talking to him.
To visit you,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, so okay, wait. So I have another. So my buddy Bob is there right now. He was
Oh,
just at.
what happened to him?
I know he's at Sintra. He sent me pictures just the other day. He said, "Send me Sean's info again, just in case," because his wife's literally got their entire plan like
Uh,
every minute. I'm like, dude, I don't care. Just call Sean up. I mean, he's gonna be like, anyway. So I don't know if Bob is ever gonna call you, but then I have another friend of mine, this guy Dan Foster, who's been in the industry for years, and he's going on vacation again with one of his kids in Portugal. So he's gonna be there in like 2 weeks. So I told him about you. It's in like
I know. I've got visitors coming Saturday. My friends from New York and Atlanta. 3 guys, my surf buddies. They're coming. No surf at all, but we're just gonna hang around for a few days.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Rick because we're going there on the 16th, 15th or 16th. Yeah, we're gonna be there
Yeah, we'll
middle
call.
of this month. Yeah,
He's down there a lot.
yeah. I'll have to call him. Thanks for the insight there. All right,
Okay, man. Thank you.
talk soon. See ya.